Agents and sex workers play true. We're doing this.
Let me spank you right now or take a shot.
We're doing this one for sure. All right, let's go.
All right, get it over with.
Hi, I'm Waylon. I'm 21 and I am a sex worker.
And I'm David. I'm 31 and I don't have sex.
I'm Natalie. I'm 25 and I am a virgin.
And I'm Brian, and I'm 49, and I am a sex worker. What kind of sex working do you imagine? Like,
Jeez. I don't know. Like maybe OnlyFans or porn, maybe?
I'm like an OnlyFans chatterbaits kind of sex worker.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you do like OnlyFans stuff?
I'm a stripper.
Oh, okay, cool.
All
I'm a
right.
stripper.
Love
I've
her
also
hair.
escorted,
She's gorgeous.
done webcamming, and yeah, so just overall sex worker, I guess.
You want to start off with a shot?
Please?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, please.
Cheers.
Cheers, yeah.
Are you ready?
Yep.
Okay. Okay. What do you picture when you think of a sex worker, and how do I fit that image?
For some reason, I usually think of it as like exclusively women doing it.
Well, you'd probably be right, 90% of the time.
What do you picture when you think of a sex worker?
I'm probably like high heels, lots of skin showing.
I'm wearing high top Converse.
Do I look like a virgin to you?
No, I would have never guessed you were a virgin.
Oh, really? Why is that?
Because you look like a
you're
fuckboy.
attractive and you just kind of seem like the kind of guy that likes to have fun. But I do automatically go to like you're
I think it's
choosing
quote
not to
with
have sex.
a-
Maybe because of religion.
I'm not religious. I just haven't taken any actionable steps to do it. I've never been like so bored where it's just
I think it. I don't know. Hi, Rita. How are you? Good morning.
like I have nothing to do. Let me download like Grindr or Tinder or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm also into guys, so.
Okay, cool.
yeah.
I'm into girls too.
Okay, awesome. For me, it's a lack of options. I don't really go out much, and I'm not great at talking to new people.
What have you done sexually?
Nothing at all. Like
Nothing?
hugging, holding hands, sharing a bed. Like,
Kissing?
No, not even that.
This man has never hugged a woman or the sex that he is attracted to. They've never hugged.
Oh, okay.
I've only ever
Me
been on
too,
one
fam.
date.
One date?
Okay.
Stop the presses.
Like when I go on dating apps or whatever, I'm not really that like pulled by the amount of people on there.
Yeah.
What apps are you on?
Like Tinder.
Back in the day, it was Craigslist, man. You could get laid like crazy on Craigslist.
Oh my
It
God,
was like
that's
shooting fish in
scary.
a barrel back then.
Does being a sex worker affect your relationships and private sex life?
Since you're just overly sexualized at work, sometimes you're just not like in the mood once you get home.
Well, you don't get like any jealous partners or anything like that?
Not really. They don't need to know every single detail, and if they did, then they probably would be jealous. But like, they know what I do, and they're okay with it. If not, they're not in my life.
I was in a long-term relationship.
I mean,
and
Craigslist is scary. Just like when you're like, oh, this person has free kittens. I would like a kitten. That is scary. Those people are scary. I would never. Seriously, Craigslist is scary. Just like going to get like free kittens. Like I would never meet someone for the sex or for the date or for the romantic anything. That's scary shit. No.
it ended because of what I do.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it was hard, but I love what I do.
Actually, let's take a pause. Have I ever told you my funny my funny Craigslist story? Have I ever told you guys? Imagine if they banged right after. It would be a pity thing. I'm pretty sure. No, you want the tea? Okay. All right. So, one time, many years ago, I was playing a prank on my ex, and so I I used to like randomly like for like little pranks and stuff. I would go on and like for friends and things. I would go on Craigslist and like post like a really cheap like I don't know like bearded dragon or something like that. Like just for the funnies, and they would get calls for like bearded dragons and shit, right? And it would be funny. But this one time, because it kind of got to this like thing where like we were all kind of doing it in different ways to each other, and it was an expectation thing. So this one time, I decided to take things to the next level, and so um, I decided to do the end all of the Craigslist jokes, right? And so I I created this advertisement for a radio station. And it said on this advertisement that we were looking for the best Chewbacca impersonation. It was for one of the releases for a Star Wars, like I can't remember what Star Wars movie it was, but a Star Wars movie or a show was releasing. It might have been Mandalorian. Um, but we were looking for the best Chewbacca impersonation, and the winner would receive $200 from this radio station, right? And I made like a whole flyer. And it put a phone number on there, and it said, call, and as soon as someone answers, do your Chewbacca impersonation, and we would write down your number if you were good, and at the end of this, we would give you a call, right? And I put my ex's phone number on it for the radio station, right? So essentially, you would call this number and someone would be like, "Hello," and then they just be like, "Meh," or whatever. I can't do a Chewbacca impersonation. Moving forward, but they would do the Chewbacca impersonation and be like, "Mike Wazowski," and then hang up, right? And I put his number on it, and then I proceeded to post this flyer in multiple large American cities. Um, for example, Los Angeles, Chicago, New York, and a couple others. Atlanta, I think it was like 4 or 5. And so I posted it, right? And then I just like left it there. And I forgot all about it because he never said a word. He never said a word about it. And about 2 weeks later, we are sitting and watching something on TV. And it was like 9 o'clock at night or whatever, and his phone rang, and he looked at it, and he ignored the call and put it down. And I didn't think anything about it, like not a word, like because it was like out of mind at this point, because it'd been like 2 weeks and no one had said anything about it. So I was like, okay, and I just forgot. So we're sitting there, and I watched him ignore a call, and about 30 minutes later, he ignored another call. And then a third call came in, and he answered it, and he was like, "Hello." And I was like, what the hell? I'm like, I'm looking at him like, why is he being so aggressive at someone calling him? What is, like, maybe it's an emergency. They've called 3 times, not even thinking about it. And he's just like, and like, he pauses for a second. He's like, quit calling me. And I just looked, and I was like, what is going on? He's like, I don't know what's going on. People just keep calling me and growling at me and yelling at me and then hanging up. And I was like, what are you talking about? He's like, listen to this. And he whips his phone out and he starts playing voicemails. And he had voicemail after voicemail of fucking Chewbacca impersonations. And he thought he was going crazy. So he hadn't said a word to anyone about it, okay? So then his phone rings again, right? And I was like, here, let me answer it. So I answer it, and I'm like, hello? And it's this woman who's like, and she was like, hey, and I put it on speakerphone really quick. And she was like, hey, I'm so sorry. We just called. And I just wanted to tell you, because I I like based on your answer, I thought maybe you didn't know, but your phone number is on Craigslist and like explain what was going on. And me answering the phone, right? I was like, "Are you kidding me? Oh my god. Oh my god." And she was like, "Yeah, it's there. Tommy, thank you for 14 months." And she was like, "Oh my god." And I was like, "No. Thank you so much. What city was this in? I'll try and see if I can report it and get it taken down. Thank you so much for telling me. We thought we were going crazy. We just kept getting these calls." And like I played this shit off so well, right? We get off the phone. I get off the phone with this lady, and I was like, "That was so sweet. At least now you know, right? Did you think to like? Did no one tell you yet? Like, what was? How long has this been going on?" And he tells me it's been going on for weeks. Blah blah blah. And I'm like, "Oh my god, who would have done this?" So I then go on to gaslight him into believing that his best friend has done this. So he calls up his best friend. His best friend's name is Jeff, and who I also didn't like. And he calls Jeff, and he's just like, "Fuck you, you motherfucker." And Jeff was like, "What did I do?" And he was just like, "You know what you did." And Jeff was like, "Whatever, fuck you, man." And they're just like yelling at each other, but they never said what they did. And so like I'm just sitting over here like, and I was just like, wow. And so he gets off the phone, and neither one of them said what was going on. They were just like yelling at each other. So I was just like, I can't believe Jeff did that. I mean, it's kind of funny, you know, now that you know, right? And he was just like, it's a little bit funny, but god damn it, I've been thinking about this for weeks, and I've been getting these calls, blah blah blah. And I was just like, well, now that you know, maybe you can go report it. Just the one city, right? And and he was like, you're right. And I was like, here, let's go see if we can find it. So we went and found it and deleted it. And in case you didn't know, you didn't have like a username or anything like that for Craigslist. So there was no like tracing that shit back because it made it as anonymous as possible. And so another week goes by, and he's still getting these messages, and like him and Jeff are just not talking, and they find like he talked to Jeff, and then Jeff was just like, "Wait, I don't know what you're talking about." And then he comes back or whatever, and he comes back to me. Anyways, it took like a month, but I finally admitted to him that I did it. And at that point I was just like, "So anyways, don't put my fucking number on Craigslist anymore." And he's like, "Okay. All right." No, we're not talking about personal ads. I'm talking about an ad that I put out for a Chewbacca impersonation years ago, for my ex. And they were calling him for like months because I said it was a radio station and that they could win $200 for the best Chewbacca impersonation. I'm not a horrible person. I am a menace to society though. So this is just a reminder that if you guys fuck around, I'm devious. What do you mean you found it in memes? Yeah, that's not the one I did. Like this was like a whole like I don't know if you guys know this, but I'm a graphic designer. There was like a whole flyer. I don't know if I can find it, and even if I did find it, I couldn't post it because it had his number on it, which can be used to find where I am. But you're breaking up with me? Whatever. So yeah, that is my Craigslist story. Moving on and back to the video. Wait. What's the real question? I don't have a good Chewbacca impersonation. Wait, I can change. Okay, bud. Okay, champ. I don't. I can't do a Chewbacca impersonation. So, what? You're making story time. Oh, great. She sounded like a goat. Oh my god. Anyways, that is an absolute true story. And I don't think there's a way I can get him to admit that on stream or that I would ever want him on stream. But just saying, absolute true story. And it was one of the greatest moments of my life. Also, never leave your phone around me, or your Twitter, Facebook, or something like that will have a status that says something along the lines of I like goats physically. And yeah. Maybe I am a menace. You know, sometimes that's hot. I'm just saying. All right, moving on. We love the chaotic good.
And anyone who loves me is going to accept that.
Does being a sex worker affect your relationships and private sex life?
No, it's sort of a different thing.
Are you with someone currently?
Oh yeah, I'm married.
Oh.
Yeah. You know, sometimes the missus will come home and I'll be like, oh, hang on, I'm man whoring. And she's like, well, knock it off. We got to go do a thing. And I'm like, okay, hang on. I mean, that's, you know, but like, it's not like she's
I mean,
bent
for
out
real,
of
for
shit
real,
'cause I'm,
though,
like,
if you're making
showing
money
people
with it,
my
okay.
asshole or whatever they want to. You'd be surprised how many people want to see my asshole. I apparently have a very photogenic asshole.
I apparently have a very photogenic
Oh, I'm so
asshole.
excited. Show me your oral sex skills using a piece of fruit.
Oh, fuck. That's gonna be terrible, but I'll do it.
That'll be
I kinda
terrible,
wanna
but okay.
see how you would eat pussy, but I don't want to put it on camera.
I'm fine with that. Why not?
Okay.
Thank you.
This is going to be good. You want me to say sexy things while you do this? Like, ooh, yeah. Girl.
No, I'm good.
Oh. Ooh, yeah. Oh, that's how you, oh. What?
What?
Getting a little
Oh,
worked up
God.
over here.
This poor girl.
Suck the dick.
I'll suck the dick. God.
You broke it.
I
You
bit the
broke
dick
it.
Okay.
I'm on the ideas already.
No,
That look.
No, you're doing well.
Oh.
You're doing well. It's doing it for me.
Okay, but like her face. Honestly though, like you can't do it wrong as long as you've got like the enthusiasm and can take directions well, right?
You just like need to like suck it like a little. That's me personally. You just need to like suck the clit a little more, but that's good.
You're a natural. Are you sure you haven't done that before?
I'm positive.
She is rewrapping the
You
hold
and the
on.
banana should.
Hold on. I need to like move in the middle. I mean moving over. Moving in the middle. There we go. I need you to what? 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 Don't sigh at me.
Have an OnlyFans. Man, I'd subscribe to that shit. Okay. Oh, this is a good one. Describe what you think
tail is
sex
in their nose.
feels like.
Ooh.
Like eating like a really warm apple pie or something. Like,
Oh,
Yeah.
a warm apple pie.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have thought of that as a description personally, but
Describe what you think sex feels like.
Let's take a shot.
That's a shot.
Yeah.
That one. Okay.
How would you describe sex?
it's kind of in its own category. There's not a good way to replicate it otherwise.
It
Otherwise,
depends.
we'll
Are
be
we
at the
talking about
pie
good
store
sex
every
or bad
Saturday,
sex?
You know, be lying around the block.
What does it feel like to be penetrated by a penis?
No, you're right. You're right.
You're right.
I see what you're saying now.
Have you ever been scared or in danger while doing sex work?
Yeah, I'm assuming yes.
I had a situation recently. At first, it was great. He came into the club, and he would get hours with me in a private room.
What,
and,
Josh?
When it got scary, he came into the club with a gun. He was convinced that I stole money from him, which I never did.
Holy shit.
And threatened to kill me and my manager. And somehow he got my private phone number. He got my real name. For months, I was scared to go outside of my house.
I'm sorry.
I need a shot.
Yeah, no. Do you want to get it? Yeah.
Protect sex workers. Yeah.
What turns you on, and what are your kinks?
Ooh.
Ooh.
How do you
I
know?
really like voices, like the sound of someone's voice.
What kind of voices?
Audiophile,
What sort of
got it.
voices?
Oh God,
That's
no.
astonishing. What about Sean Connery? Does this get you going?
Specifically, I like accents quite a lot.
Yeah?
Yeah, the sound of like if someone were to have
A
an
lot of people have that. you
Yeah.
know? Yeah.
Do you watch porn?
Yes.
What kind of porn do you watch?
Car sex or cosplay porn. I don't watch a lot of porn.
He said car sex. See, he said car sex, and I think that most people think like sex in a car, right? But all I can think about is that guy who dates his car.
A rural town in Texas. And when you last saw me a
This
decade
guy?
ago, I was in an intimate relationship with my car chase.
This guy.
Morning, baby. My handsome man.
This guy. That's all I can think about. That's all. He said car sex, and that's all. Like, that's immediately where my brain went. I'm sure he means like having sex in a car, right? Right? That's what. Moving on.
But I do like bisexual like group porn, where just like everyone's into everyone.
Like a
and,
gangbang, or
It doesn't have to be a gangbang. It could be like threesomes or foursomes, you know, like something smaller.
you're very wholesome.
Wait,
Thanks.
that gangbangs are
Let me
wholesome?
spank you right now, or take a shot.
How about I spank you instead?
Have at it.
All right.
I'm the sex worker, so.
Let me spank you right now or take a shot.
All right, get it over with.
Let me spank you right now, or take a shot.
Do you consent?
I consent.
Okay.
Is it okay if I give you a hug first?
Sure.
That was hot. Did you hear that? Hold on.
Right now, or take a shot.
Do you consent?
Okay. Was that good for you?
I consent.
Okay.
Is it okay if I give you a hug first?
Sure.
Okay.
Look at her.
It just felt wrong, you know? We went from 0 to. This is like a 4.
What's a 10? All right.
Wait, can I have your belt?
You want to use my belt?
Yeah.
Goddamn. Okay.
Maybe aim a little higher than you might guess so you don't actually tag me in the balls.
I appreciate how you're caressing my back. It's really comforting.
Aww. Look at the care.
You good?
You didn't have to be
It
so
wasn't-
firm, man. You're
That was
good.
firm?
Little
I'm
bit.
sorry.
All right.
Count.
A 1,
Oh, mommy?
2, 3.
Good job.
I'll give it a whirl. Ow! That was mean.
I don't think spanking's for me, but it wasn't too bad.
Maybe spanking your partner might be for you. You want to try?
Sure.
Okay, so it's just gonna go like a little like, you know, like a
Hello?
little sound.
Oh yeah.
Okay. All right, go ahead. You have my consent. How was it?
I think I prefer this out a lot more.
Okay. All right. Well, now we know what you like.
Okay.
Is there a sex position you're excited to try?
Maybe doggy?
That's a fun one. So you're imagining yourself getting doggy styled?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's a fun one. I've been doggy styled. You know, I've had a girl peg me, which wasn't really my thing, but they were just so excited. I was like, go ahead, you know.
They were just so
Does your family know what you
excited.
do for a living? Why or why?
We love a good sport. Oh, God.
Why not?
I think they do. We just don't.
You think?
You're Hispanic, no?
Yeah.
Okay, like it's not something you're gonna talk about and sit down and like that's gonna fly. I'm also grown and I pay my mom's bills, so it's not like she can tell me anything. She's accepting the money, you know? I think they know, we just don't talk about it.
I went to school to be a firefighter. I went through
Oh.
fire academy and got my AA doing that.
Okay.
I feel like
She
there's
is
probably
mommy.
some disappointment, at least from like family, that, you know, they thought I was gonna go into this noble profession. And here I am, like, as they would say, like, selling my body.
Okay, but fuck them. Bitch, you were noble as fuck. They couldn't do it. That takes some fucking strength. Do you, bitch?
But
And be richer.
exactly.
You're making money.
I'm making money. I'm happy. I see it as an art.
Give me advice for the first time I have sex.
Well, this I know about. The very first time you do it's probably going to be awful, right?
Okay.
Because it's a
Yeah.
skill, much like anything. So
Yeah.
don't expect it to be fantastic. You know, just go, well, I'm going to improve at this.
Yeah, trial and error.
Yeah.
Give me advice for the first time I have sex.
Don't do what they do in porn.
So I don't need to like wear a costume or like pretend to be a stepbrother, nothing like that.
No, nothing like that. Girls don't like that.
Do you think I could ever make it as a sex worker?
I think if you were a sex worker, it would be a porn and it'd be like taking his virginity. For sure.
Hey, we got big news. Truth or Drink is now.
All right. That was a great one. God. Oh, man. What a way to start the day, you know? You know?
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, or else you'll whine about it for weeks.